Good evening, everybody. How is everyone today? Hi to the Irish train guy, Mark from Hemel Down, Leslie, and Josh. Hope you're all keeping very well, guys. Hi to the Irish train guy, Mark from Hemel Down, Leslie. To mute that. Josh. There we go. Get rid of that. Nothing worse than hearing your own voice. All right, let's see if we can get some trains going, shall we? See what disasters befall this layout tonight. And that's off to a good start. It moved about 2 inches and then stopped. Let's get there. Oh, that's not good. Let's stop everything. What caused that to derail? All right, let's run that round again and see what happens. Oh, no problems this time. There must have been something on the track that caused it to derail. So what's everyone been up to? Hi, Jerry. How you doing? Dinmore Junction, good evening to you. How is everyone? All right, let's play a bit of cat and mouse on the track with the Flying Scotsman on. I've also got a Class 20 on the same track, so let's see if we can keep the two going on the one track. That'll be a no. Ah. Right, let's reseat that again. Yes, Dinmore, I did see that announcement. I was going to mention that about the Curascal, the Irish Rail coaches. They look very nice, very detailed. I like the fact that they come pre-lit as well. Although for a full rake, it's going to cost the guts of €600 for 9 coaches. They did look very nice. Did anybody else see them? They look very, very detailed. Lots of additional fittings and everything on them, and also there, because the Irish scale or the Irish gauge is 5'3", they actually made the bogies wider on the models to reflect the wider gauge they have over here. It's just that they do these great little attention to details, Curascal. Let's get everything moving again after I shorted everything out. Oh, Hand of God has to come in just to give. Oh, and I've got that squeaky coach back again. Just slow that 20 down. This is going to be fun watching that 20 in Flying Scotsman all night. Hi, Joshua. I didn't see you sneak in there. How are you doing? How are you keeping this week? Hi, David. Good evening, sir. All right, so this week on my layout, yet again, I have done absolutely nothing. I did start clearing the space in the corner to start filming this week's video for the ballast vacuum that I got from Brexhill West to do a video on that and see how it works. But I came out here to do it, and every time I got started, the phone would ring. I'd answer a call and then go and send some emails. So I sort of gave up in the end because I just couldn't. So there'll probably be no video out tomorrow again for the second week, guys, because I just haven't had time this week. I've been busy trying to organize getting sleepers from Irish Rail transferred up to Donegal here from the Portlaoise depot, which I've got organized. They're being picked up tomorrow around lunchtime and will be dropped off to us 9 o'clock on Saturday morning. So then I've got to get on and lay some 3-foot gauge track, which I have never done in my life. You know, I think there will be a fair amount of swearing involved. So all these sleepers are coming, they're 7 foot long, but of course they have to be cut down to 5 foot for the 3-foot gauge. And chairs have to be fitted. So they have to be drilled, chairs fitted at the right distance for the 3-foot gauge. And then the track levered into position. So it's, no. So yeah, that's going to be some fun doing that over the next couple of weeks. I will be videoing it to document it. So if any of you are out there involved in Heritage Railways and you know how to lay track, drop me a line. I will be getting some help from the guys up in Whitehead. They will be advising me. I'm not just doing this blind. No, Irish Rail are not donating the carriage of sleepers to Donegal. They sold the sleepers to us at an extremely low rate because we're a heritage railway, and the chairs. So we got them, but we had to arrange the carriage, which you can imagine, 50 sleepers. They're quite heavy. So you do need a lorry to bring them up. The actual rails and some of the chairs we had already, because of course we the stock was sitting on track, which we ripped up to make the new area for Drumbo and everything. So we have the rails and some chairs, but of course the sleepers were all rotten. They'd been down 20 years. So we've got some sleepers coming. No, the CDR didn't use chaired rails. They were spiked in, but just purely for ease, we're using chairs and rails because it's the rails we're using is it's not the lighter sort of 40-60 pound rail that the CDR would have used. This is sort of mainline 90 pound rail. So we just have to lay 2 lengths of about 60 foot each, I think it works out. 58 foot each, 2 lengths. So it's going to take a bit of work, a bit of manpower to do it, but we hopefully should get it done. No, I wasn't paying attention, and Class 20 is caught up with the Flying Scotsman. Yeah, well, the rails are going to be used just for the stationary exhibits because obviously Drumbo is coming back. That's on wheels. We have Coach 80, or sorry, Wagon 84, which is on wheels, and we have the remains of Coach 28, which is actually sitting on the bogies from Coach 30. I think they're originally from. But the other stock we have, Coach 58, the Red Wagon, the rail car body, there unfortunately aren't on any wheels or bogies because of course they were all taken off and scrapped when the bodies were sold. So we were hoping to get a load of rail donated to us from Bord na Móna as they're closing down their railways in the bogs. But we understand now that they're scrapping it all and we can buy it at scrap value, which I think works out about 14,000 euros per kilometre. And then you'd have to get it transported up as well, which wouldn't be very cheap. Well, someday Drumbo will be back in steam. She will be steaming again. Now, all the work we have had done on her is to operational standard. The wheels are all free running. The bearings have been replaced. The slide valves have been overhauled. I think the pistons were overhauled. It is really just the boiler and sort of the mechanics in the cab that needs to be replaced to get her up and going, which of course the boiler, that's the expensive part. We probably would take if we were redoing it, probably take the superheated bit out of it because it's not going to be necessary. But she is, when I was up there the other week, she is looking fantastic. It was really, you know, the past couple of times she was laying in like several different bits, and now to see her all back together. Which reminds me, I'm going to put a link up, if I can find it now, to our Facebook page. There is oh, look, it's telling me I'm live. All right, okay, thank you very much. Bear with me. Right, that link I'm putting up is to an article on our Facebook page. It's something they are trying to do in Barnesmore Gap here in Donegal. If you could have a look at it and send an email into them that you think having a restored railway line back on the original track bed would be a good idea. It would be a great help to us. They're having it's an initiative that's been started between the two towns to try and get something going between the two towns, a recreational corridor. And while there has been much going on about greenways and cycle routes and everything on old cycle railway lines through Ireland, I'm trying to bring to people's attention that you can do both. There have been plenty of restored lines in the UK where they have a cycle path running alongside it, and it doubles up what you have to offer. So if you guys could send an email in, it'd be much appreciated, just to give your ideas. Because it's something we've been working on since the early 90s, was restoring the line through Barnesmore Gap. But it never really gained the momentum that was needed. So hopefully now with this initiative being set up, that maybe we can gain the momentum and actually get something going. Because then we could possibly have, up to a 9-mile stretch of track reinstated, which would be lovely for Jumbo to go steaming up and down. So I will put a link up to the there's the actual website that you need to send an email into. And the picture you see on that page is off Barnesmore Gap, where the hill or the mountain on the right hand side is where the ledge of the original track bed is. But I think it's a good idea, this recreational corridor, because there's about 20 miles between the two towns. And the idea is putting something between the two towns to link them up. And besides having a heritage railway line, there's loads of other ideas we're putting forward to make it something special. Right, I'm going to park up the Class 20 because it's distracting me too much to so I can go into the siding at the station. As you say, I'm down to one camera again this week because my internet is still quite bad. They did try burning turf on some of the Donegal steam engines, but it was never successful. You just can't get enough heat out of turf. Yeah, unfortunately, all the turf has become a no-no now. Can't get our peat briquettes here anymore. They'll be gone next year. And there's something nice about sitting down beside a turf fire and getting the smell of turf. No, the picture isn't looking great tonight, is it? It's a bit blurry. I am getting warnings about my bandwidth, so if it stays bad, I might call an early halt to it. But if you're new here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and don't forget the like button for me as well, guys. Telling me I got 15 people watching at the moment. Hi, Steve. How you doing? Steve's watching us on Facebook. I say I am streaming it on YouTube and Facebook. There's a long way to go with this layout yet, Steve. You're just looking at the sort of one corner of it. There's a bit more work to be done. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do something because my current provider now is just, I don't know, they came, it must be almost a year ago now, and they came and upgraded us. And since we've had that upgrade, our internet's been all over the place. There's no consistency with the speed. Like you could be getting 50 down and 20 up 1 minute, and the next thing it's 5 down and not even 1 up. Yes, Steve, I did. I built that scenery myself. If you look up Donegal Dad on YouTube, you will see I've done videos on how I've done it all, if you want to look it up. Or if you want to come over and start watching us on YouTube, there's a few of us here in the chat. Yeah, I'm. The problem is where I am, out in the sticks, I can't get it through the copper. I don't have enough phone signal to get 4G. And I'm just stuck with this microwave link. Now there's a company going out who's supposed to be putting the fiber optic and wrapping it around electricity supply cables to bring it to rural connections, but at the moment they only seem to be doing the towns. So It would be cool to meet Wilbert Audrey, but he's no longer with us, I'm afraid. He's buried in a cemetery in Gloucester. I actually happened to come across a YouTube channel. It popped up on my recommended during the week, and it was of somebody who actually went through the timeline of the Thomas the Tank Model TV series. And he actually drew out a map of Sodor and showed all the different lines when they opened and when they closed and everything. It was actually, it turned out to be quite fascinating. I'll have a look now and just see if I can find a link to that video. It was one of those things you started watching and it was just like, oh, this is actually quite good. When you go into your history on YouTube, you realize how much stuff you've actually watched. Yeah, check that out when you're bored. He's actually included in the link as a description is a map you can download of Sodor. The Unlucky Tug, yeah, that's it. Yeah, I'd love it, Leslie, if I could get fiber out here. Hi, Kieran, how you doing? How are you this evening, sir? What is my favorite NWR logo? I don't know if I have any favorite locos. Yeah, no, I can't say I really have any favorite locos. I mean, I suppose my favorite loco has to be Drumbo because it's the one I'm working on at the moment, and she's coming back in a couple of weeks. It's the one I've been breaking my back over for the past couple of years. Well, I say breaking my back, it makes me sound like I was doing all the restoration, but I was the one doing all the paperwork. Well, 4 different mainline steam locos. Very nice, Leslie. Yeah, everyone should go through the chat and check everyone's channels out. In fact, who have I got? David, you're a moderator. Can you do that? Go around and put links to everyone's channels up, just so everyone can I'm sure you're probably all aware of each other's channels, but just if you can do that for me, David. Hi, Anthony. How you doing, sir? I loved your video. The Australian hoppers. I was sat there laughing at the computer. My kids were looking over my shoulder watching it and going, "It's not that funny, Daddy. It's not that funny," which just made me laugh even more. Yeah, it was very good. And then your next serious video. Yes, it did make me chuckle. Right, I'm going to have to stop that Intercity 47. And it comes around again, so I can take that squeaky coach off. Can you guys hear the squeaky coach? I thought I sorted it out last week, but obviously not. You're going to be uploading a video Sunday of something you might like. All right, Karen, look forward to that. You talk about the history of each class. Well, that should be interesting. What locomotives? I really need to make myself an uncoupling hook. Right, the offending coach is now off. It's one set of wheels that is squeaking. I thought I solved it last week by cleaning it up, but obviously not. No, I wouldn't say my kids are the smartest. They were chuckling as well. They were like going, "It's not that funny." Then why are you laughing? And there was my youngest lad who is 7. He came up and he looked at me and he was just like, he didn't understand it at all. And he was just looking at me with this confused look as to go, "Why is that funny? There's just kangaroos." Hey, Timber Surf, lurking in the background. How are you keeping, sir? Hopefully my A class will be here in a couple of weeks. That's the Irish Diesel Loco A-Class. And I think that will probably be all my purchases this year. So I can't afford anything else. And I won't be allowed to spend money on anything else. I will be hung, drawn, and quartered by the missus if she sees any more money going out. Yeah, I think they were the Metrovic Bobos. No, they're not actually Bobos, they're Cocos. It's that long since I ordered it. I can't actually remember which livery I ordered. There's a link to it there, so you can have a look at it. Take a look at that link, Leslie. That'll show you what it is. I'm pretty sure I got the same livery to go along with my Murphy model 121. But I need to get some Irish coaching stock. Or I just buy some cheap ones and repaint them, which I've never done before, but you know, I'm open to the challenge. Yep. Bear with me a minute. There's J94's channel. Hi, Carl. Yeah, get some Cravens. Have you seen the cost of them? David, are you able to put links up to people's channels? Just whoever's on here has a channel, just stick a link up for them. Oh, I got 15 watching and 14 likes. Oh, 16 watching, 14. Okay, must have said something wrong. Oh, David, you're off. Okay, catch you later. Tell you what, I will make Anthony and Leslie moderators. So if you can put up links to your own channels and anybody else who's got a channel on here. So I think, oh, I've picked up a few subs this evening. I'm up to 917. That's always welcome. I ticked over the 4,000 watched hours mark as well there during the week, which is surprising. It's even more surprising to my kids that people are watching me. And I think this will be the year that the secret will get out in school that their dad has a YouTube channel, because my youngest daughter, who is also my camera person, is now starting in that secondary school, and her friends know about it. So Anthony, I like watching your channel because you're a talker and you can sit there and you talk about various different things. And it's always very interesting to just sit there and listen. I might be doing something else and listening to you or whatever. I don't always comment in the chats, but I'm there lurking in the background listening. Usually by the time I get to type something to reply to somebody, the conversation's moved on. And I like the interactions you have with Joyce as well. I find that when she comes along. It's nice on a Friday evening just to have you on in the background while I'm doing a bit of modeling or... Dinmore Junction, don't upload a video, because it's like Pringles. Once you start, you can't stop. And then you're forever wondering, oh, what can I do? What can I upload? But on the other hand, it actually spurs you to get on with your model railway because you want to film content to put up. But then at the same time, it slows you down because you're trying to film while you're doing something. So it's a double-edged sword. Anthony, I hope when you're over in the UK, if you make it over next year, that we can meet up, have a beer. I won't make you drink Guinness. I know you don't like it. But if you're in the UK, I'll try and get over and meet you. Well, I'm hoping to get some new camera equipment shortly for the railway, because we've received a grant that we can put towards some new camera equipment. So I've been doing some research on that recently on different bits and pieces. Because all the filming I do on my phone, apart from these live streams, which is just a Microsoft webcam. So hopefully, but that may improve the quality. But what I really need to learn is filming techniques and actually how to use equipment, because I'm sure there's a lot more features on my phone that I don't utilize fully. You know, I got myself a cheap gimbal off of eBay, a secondhand gimbal, for putting my phone in, and that made a big difference. And also having the rear mic I'm wearing at the moment, that made a big difference. Timbersurf, I can't jabber either. There's some evenings I'm in here and I'm thinking, you got to say something. There's dead air, there's silence. And when you have more people in the chat and there's people responding, then it's easier. But sometimes if the chat just goes dead and there's nobody, and you're like, has everybody just left the stream? What's going on? Oh, I hope so, Carl. You'll have to keep us posted when you are. I really want to get out on to the main line, because I've never been on a steam excursion on the main line in Ireland. I have in the UK, but never in Ireland. Hi, Stuart. How are you doing? You've been making great progress with your railway. Been trying to keep track of your videos. You seem to be pumping them out recently. Hi, Andrew. Yes, Donegal is a nice place to have a drink. Actually, yesterday, although me and my missus aren't married, we celebrated 25 years of being together yesterday. And we went out and had a nice picnic. There's a lovely little picnic spot out past Killybegs, and it was a lovely evening. The sun was shining. We were looking down on Donegal Bay, and we sat down there and had our little picnic. Got some funny looks as I went full romantic picnic. I sat her down. I brought a vase with me, a red rose, put that on the picnic table. Had a little candle and a holder, lit that, put that on the picnic table. Done like a 3-course little mini picnic. We were getting some funny looks. Hi, Stephen. How you doing? Anybody else sneaked in there while I wasn't looking? I wouldn't worry, Stephen. I didn't put out a video last week, and I probably won't get a video out tomorrow because I'm just not going to have time. I just been really busy with work, and of course, Drumbo coming home is coming to a head now, so there's been a lot of work around that. You will have a video coming up sometime in the future on laying 3-foot gauge track, which I'll probably have to have a lot of beeps on that, so there will be a lot of swearing have to be edited out. H&H Express Model N-Scale Trains. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're keeping well. Yeah, from cutting the sleepers is going to be a big challenge because they are quite tough. And they do tend to blunt blades very, very easily. And then drilling to put the chairs on the sleepers. It's going to be tough as well. The whole thing's going to be tough. Trying to lever the rail into position when you're trying to do it. Yes, the RPSI, they've been working on Drumbo. They have her reassembled, put a new cab on her, a new bunker. She's been painted. They've had a look at the boiler to see what will be needed to put her into steam, so we have an idea. She's looking pretty smart. They've done a really good job on her. You know, so we're going to get her back, put her on display for a while until we get somewhere to run her, and then we'll be raising money to put her back into steam. Yeah, when it really, when I came around the corner and seen her, it really put a sort of took my breath away and put a lump in my throat at the same time. I was just like, you're looking at it going, pull yourself together. It's just an engine. But I just know so many people over the past few years have put so much of their time and hard work into raising the money, doing the paperwork, getting it all together, not to mention the guys who've done the restoration work itself and previous restoration that went on to it years ago. You know, it was really, really such a good job by everybody involved. Oh, 17 watching. I think the most I've ever had watching is 22. And that's when half my family are watching. How long are we going? Oh, 55 minutes already. Now, I will have to go shortly because I've had a text come through that my daughter needs picking up from work. So she knows I do a live between 7:30 and 8:30. So should be keeping an eye on her watch. Oh, Leslie, did you publish a book? We will have a new book coming out possibly October, November time. Unpublished photographs of the Swilly. We're going to do a series of 3 books, brief history on the 3 railways with new pictures. The first one is the Swilly, coming out in October, November time. And then we'll do one on the CDR and then one on the Great Northern. Well, you've published 4 books, have you, Leslie? Very good. Something I didn't know. Oh, you seen Drumbo up in Whitehead, did you, Carl? When did you see it up there? When were you up there last? If you were up there when it was outside in 3 different bits, it looks a lot different now. They've done a cracking job. We do distribute our books all over the place to sell them, and yeah, they should be in Eason's. Unfortunately, I think all the Eason's that were in Northern Ireland closed. So there's a few. We supply a few independent bookshops. Oh, was she still in sort of 3 sections at that time, Carl, or had they put her together? I think it was not last weekend. I think it was the weekend before when they actually started assembling her. But yeah, I'm hoping maybe to get over to the UK in October for midterm break. I know I will be in South Wales the last weekend in May because the brother-in-law is getting married. And if Worley goes ahead next year, I'll definitely be over to that. You never know, I might even see if I have a layout that's portable, if I can get to actually display it. Is that where you are, Joshua, down in Dunleary, is it? Yeah, they've got to. They want her out of there as soon as possible to start work on their own engines. So I think it was the one sitting beside it. They had the boiler. I forget which one it was now. Ready to start work on. Oh, Ballybrack. Well, you have to see if you can get up to Donegal sometime, Joshua. That was 171, is it? Yeah, well, we're hoping to remove Drumbo from there the last sort of week in September. The hold up for us was, of course, Northern Ireland started coming out of lockdown quicker than the South, so we were behind trying to get the area for Drumbo ready. They've only just finished the platform, the concreting on it last week, so now we can get in there and start putting the track down. So it's however long it takes us to get the track down, really. So that's the state of play with us at the moment. I'm sure if we could get a load of volunteers in, we'd probably get the track done over a weekend. Because it's only 2 sort of 60-foot lengths we need to put in. Right, I've just gone over the hour mark there, so I'm going to call it a day for today. I will be back live hopefully next Thursday. As I say, I probably won't get this video done on this ballasting vacuum from Brexhill West from James there, which I was going to test and do a review with different types of ballast. I hope it works. I've seen the videos he's done and it seems a very good job. So it's one thing a lot of people hate doing is ballasting. So hopefully I'll get that done tomorrow. I doubt if I'll have the video out in time. So maybe roll over to next week. So thanks for tuning in, guys. And I'll catch you all next week. And do check out that link I put in for the recreational corridor. If you can drop them an email and say, do you know what would be a great idea for that area? Is a restored railway line. I'll put that link in again. That would be a great help to us. So thanks, guys. Take care, everyone. And I will see you all next week.